Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Talkin Football with Larlar podcast. This is episode 16, and this is going to be the final episode of 2025. Oh my goodness. We are currently not live. We are only just recording this podcast episode. And we are actually doing this at a very, very rare time. We are doing this on a Tuesday afternoon, which is kind of crazy because tomorrow is basically the 31st. So yeah, anyways, we do have a full house, still expecting Max, but we do still have Brandon, RBM, and Emmett here. So hello everybody, welcome back.
Hello.
What's up, YouTube?
Finally, I can't wait for this year to end.
That's crazy. Whoa.
But yeah, I mean, can you guys believe it? We got 1 week left of the regular season to go. Kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy.
We got a lot to talk about, bro.
Oh yeah, we absolutely do. So yeah, let's begin now, shall we? With the first stuff that we got to talk about first, which is the Pickems recap. How did we do? We went 9-7 during week 17, and we have overall a record of 150 and 105. The teams that have disappointed me this week were the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, the Tampa Bay Bucs, the Colts, Raiders, Bills, and Rams. All disappointed me. So yeah, actually though, kind of crazy. It says how many total points will be scored in Rams Falcons, and I said 52, while the final was 51. Oh, wow. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Very, very close.
Ooh, so close.
But now, let's go ahead and get into our first segment, because let's face it, we got a lot of games this past Saturday and Sunday of who cares? So let's go over the who cares games of week 17, because genuinely, who the hell cares about all these games? So let's begin with the Cowboys-Commanders game on Christmas. So, Emmett, you guys get a win here, obviously. Like, again, I just really want to very quickly touch upon these games here, because genuinely, like, honestly, who really cares about these games? To be honest, other than just the players' pride, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, the Cowboys advanced to 7-8-1, while the Commanders continue to fall 4-12. Any quick thoughts about this win here, Emmett? If there are any.
Honestly, the offense is consistent, and then the defense just trying to live on its last leg before Matt Eberflus is out the door. And the fact that Trayvon Diggs is gone, our defense is our secondary is just non-existent.
Yeah, I do think that Eberflus will be out once the season does end, if y'all want to have any sort of chance next year. So, yeah. But yeah, honestly, it's probably better that Max isn't here to start this off, because I'm pretty sure that he has nothing to say about his Commanders anyway. So... let's continue on here. Another game that we just genuinely do not care about is that the Bengals won against the Cardinals 37-14. Joe Burrow had 2 touchdown passes for 305 yards. 2 of them to Jamar Chase, with Chase Brown also having 2 touchdowns. So there you go. The Bengals offense, if only Joe Burrow wasn't injured. Because right now they are 6-10, and yeah, so...
Yeah, if only.
The Patriots blew out the Jets, 42-10. Drake May had like 3 touchdown passes at the end of the first half. I got nothing to say about this game because...
MVP?
No. Anyways, but yeah, Drake May, though, went 19-21 for 256 yards and 5 touchdown passes in total. Meanwhile, Brady Cook had 1 pick. Great. Breece Hall at least passed 1,000 rushing yards, which is good. He also had a touchdown from this game as well. But the Jets, honestly, just didn't look like they wanted to be there. So honestly, can't really blame you. And yeah, moving on.
Congrats on the top 5 pick.
The Saints went against the Titans 34-26. And honestly, this was actually a pretty entertaining game. Tyler Shaw had 2 touchdown passes. Yo, RVM, what are your quick thoughts about this game here?
The Saints found their game.
Where the fuck was this in the first half? That first half was fucking awful.
Yeah,
Shout out to Chase Young, though. I mean, he made arguably the defensive play of the year. Strip sacking Cam Ward and just taking the ball right out of his hands to the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In the second half, Tyler Shuck wants to turn up and be like, yo, I just remembered. I'm a fucking quarterback. Let's do this shit.
Yeah, and Shower looked really good, but also we have to give some props to Cam Ward. Cam Ward also looked pretty decent here in this game. But unfortunately for both teams, season's pretty much dead in the water. Although the Saints are 6-10, they have won a couple of games here to end the season, which is kind of interesting. But
3 in a row.
Yeah, we won 4. Yeah, we won
4 straight. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Hopefully we'll make it 5 to end the season.
No.
What squid?
All right, moving on now to the next game, the Ultimate Tank Bowl, where the Giants win it 34-10, and this pretty much locks up the Raiders. Not locks up, but it pretty much almost guarantees that the Raiders will have the number 1 pick in the 2026 NFL draft that we will see later. The Giants improved to 3-13. And, Jackson Dart at least played decent. Wan'Dale Robinson had a pretty decent game. But, man, this Raiders team looks fucking sad. Really quickly, do you guys think... really quickly, before we continue on here, do you guys think Pete Carroll's a one and done?
No. I mean, I know I said so, but I think the players like him, so I think he's there one more year. He's just old. I think he signed like a 3-year contract, so he should be there next year.
Oh, brother. Well, they also shut down Max Crosby to some controversy where apparently, he had knee issues, yet that man was just balling in a basketball court. I don't know, man. Oh, boy.
Future cowboy right there.
Look, I know
they're about to trade him.
Look, I know the NBA has had a lot of issues with tanking, but I think the NFL got to look at some of the tanking issues with this fucking...
I don't think they're the worst sport when it comes to tanking.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, now let's actually get into the more interesting matchups here, because at least these matchups kind of cooked here with some sort of implications. So let's go ahead and talk about, unfortunately, our very good friend Mac. His Lions got eliminated by the Minnesota Vikings.
It's okay, take your time.
23-10 on Christmas Day. And he has pretty much said over the course of the past couple of weeks, oh my God, I swear to God, if the Vikings ruin my Christmas. Well, unfortunately, that did happen. The Vikings eliminate the Lions from playoff contention and after the win on Christmas, 23-10. This was a terrible game for the Lions, man. This did not look like the Lions team that we have grown accustomed to over the past couple of years. 6 total turnovers from this offense. Meanwhile, somehow, someway, Max Brosmer, even though he got sacked 7 times, still got the win. And it's so bad, in fact, that the Vikings beat the Lions today with 3 net passing yards. 3 of them. Only
That's
3.
bad.
Now, here's a little soundbite, and we have to remind ourselves, because we need to remind that Dan Campbell said this after the NFC Championship game loss in San Francisco.
And sometimes you can only say so much. You got to live it, unfortunately. You got to get your heart ripped out, which we did. And it's a lesson learned. And look, I told those guys, this may have been our only shot. Do I think that? No. Do I believe that? No. However, I know how hard it is to get here. I'm well aware. And it'll be It's going to be twice as hard to get back to this point next year than it was this year.
Well, the next year they go 15-2, and then they lose against the Commanders in the NFC Divisional, which Max is here now, by the way. Hello, Max.
Oh,
And now, not even a year later, they lose Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, and now they do not have a playoff appearance. And because of that, the Packers win, or no, not win, but the Packers go to the playoffs because of this loss, and they have locked in seed 7 in the NFC once again. So, guys, man, what a bad loss the Lions have went through here, man. What a
This
terrible
Lions have a
loss.
lot of decisions they need to make in the offseason, man. I know Dan Campbell's calling the offensive plays right now, but do we want him to do that moving forward? I don't know. We'll see.
Morton is gonna get. They're gonna move on from Morton. So they definitely do need a new OC. In terms of who,
Yeah,
I don't
Lions
know.
need a full revamp on defense, like full revamp. It's bad, and they also need some O-line too. So the fact that the Vikings just came and just spoiled their party, that says something. With Max Brosemer throwing for like 73 yards, bro. So Vikings defense is underrated, so they deserve to win that game.
Yeah, the Vikings defense absolutely won in this game. And it doesn't really help that Jared Goop came out at the worst possible moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
two picks from Goff. He got sacked 5 times, but that didn't even also equate to the fact that Jahmyr Gibbs fumbled the ball. Yeah, Goff also fumbled the ball so many times as
I fumbled
well.
twice.
It
yeah.
was bad, man. It was just so bad. I'll be honest. I've been seeing a lot of like discourse surrounding the like the Lions and whatnot. I've seen so many people like start hating the Lions. Like my God, where did this come from? But apparently it was because their fans are like so full of themselves. I'm like, bro, they have not had any sort of success. You would expect them to be so full of themselves. But anyways,
they see a team in poverty be happy for once, and then they get mad at it.
yeah, exactly. Like, bro, I'm pretty sure that if the Jets went to the playoffs this year, I would be talking so much shit. I would 100% be talking so much shit. But alas, that's not happening. So, but yeah, I mean, I just felt so bad because the Lions, like, their defense has been depleted. Their offensive line needs a lot of work now. Jared Goff just didn't look comfortable. They've dealt with so many injuries. It also looked like Campbell's play calling on offense at least worked a little bit, but then after that, it just didn't work out. It just kind of sucks because honestly, when you see a team like the Lions, who again has been so bad for so long, have some sort of success, at least for a couple of years now, but now they're pretty much back down to earth with an 8-8 record, potentially 8-9, or even 9-8. Who knows? Excuse me. It just sucks, to be honest with you. But great win for the Vikings, Brosmer held on at least, and yeah, again, as Brandon said, that defense is pretty damn decent. But man, what a way to go out, because man, jeez.
yeah. We'll see, man.
Any other quick thoughts with this game before we continue on?
Lions blew it.
Nah, not really. I got nothing else.
They really did
Lions
blow
blew
it, man. This sucks, bro. This sucks. Because now, let's go on to the next game here. Now, granted, this was also on Christmas, but no one really cared about this game other than a certain team. But let's move on to the next game here, where the Denver Broncos go into Arrowhead and win against the Chiefs 20-13 as they inch closer and closer to the AFC's first seed. If they win the first seed, they obviously have home field advantage for the rest of the playoffs, and they just have that luxury and they get that bye. So They go into Arrowhead here. It looked honestly a bit shaky from the Broncos, but then again, I feel like this has been the story with the Broncos over the course of the season anyway. But because of this win, they win the AFC West for the first time since 2015. And when was the last time they won the AFC division? West division? They won the Super Bowl. That was with Peyton Manning. Super Bowl 50. And Armirov says here, Broncos have won 11 one-score games this season, tying the NFL record for the most in a season, previously set by last year's Chiefs and the 22 Minnesota Vikings. So this obviously came into, we were going into this game as people were speculating that Travis Kelce, he may retire after the end of the season. And this is what Reed had to say in regards to Kelce, because this might have been his final home game at Arrowhead.
I don't know if it is or not. I haven't talked to him, but yeah, I think his numbers and personality and the person, I think speak for themselves. Phenomenal person, great for the community, has been great for the community. So he's everything you want from a player representing an organization.
So honestly, that was not really an answer, but you can kind of clearly tell that there is some feeling toward the fact that Kelce may retire after the season. If anything, it's looking very likely. So if that was it for Kelce here, he had an amazing career, and he is going to easily be a Hall of Famer, no matter how people can spin it. But yeah, the Broncos here, guys, got to win. The defense is still really good. The offense is honestly still a little bit shaky for my eyes, despite them being 13-3. What are our thoughts with this game here?
Well, I mean, Mahomes is probably not going to be back until like week 4 or week 5, probably next year anyway, because he suffered that ACL injury pretty late in the season.
Yep.
So, I mean, now look, I can't pronounce the dude's last name. I'm gonna call him Oludekun. I think that's how you pronounce it. Hey man, he didn't do bad. He didn't do bad. He did what he needed to do. He almost pulled off probably the upset of the year, honestly, against the starting Broncos. So I'll give him props to that for this game. But if we're talking about beyond and what the Chiefs are gonna do, bro, I don't know, man. The Chiefs might be in trouble, bro. Because now the Broncos are basically back. Chargers are getting back up there. I mean, the Raiders are going to be the Raiders, but now the Chiefs going to have something to fight for in the division every year, man. So, if I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm looking to 2031 when we move to Kansas, bro. So, but nah, man. But other than that, congrats to the Broncos. The Broncos are I think they're gonna make a deep playoff run. We'll see what they can do.
We'll see about the playoff run. we'll see about that.
Yeah.
You think so, Max?
I don't think they're going nowhere, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm trying to convince myself saying they're going to go deep. I don't know, bro. They're probably they're probably like the worst 13-2 team of all time. I'm gonna be honest.
They almost lost to a third string.
That's true.
Well,
here's really going to depend on who they play in the divisional round.
Well, here's something that I want you guys to think about. I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. Next week, after Week 18 ends and whatnot, think about your potential playoff. Think about your predictions for the playoffs, because at that point we'll know who the matchups are and we'll know what the bracket looks like at the end of the day. So think about that when we get to it next week. Next week, of course, Just think about who may win against who, blah, 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 blah. And then we'll obviously have to give our take in terms of who the Super Bowl matchup will be. But will it feature the Broncos? I don't know. I'm not going to say anything else other than the Broncos win the AFC West. And this is worrying me, I will say.
Yeah,
this is worrying me because you want to what happened?
That's what we said.
No, hold on. What happened to both of these teams here? Last year's Chiefs and the 2022 Vikings. What happened to them? Did they win the Super?
Chiefs,
Did they
Chiefs
win the
lost
Super
Super
Bowl?
Bowl.
Nope.
Matter of
So
fact, the
And also,
Vikings got first rounded.
and also too, people figured out how the Chiefs play. Like once you figure it out, like teams will definitely like adapt to like your playing style. So it was only a matter of time before the rest of the league just caught up.
yeah. Fair enough. All right, let's move on now to the next game here, where, in striking fashion, but honestly, this game was a little shaky for. Well, it was shaky for both teams, but this kind of shows that this specific team, it does have a little bit of some, holes in it. But the Texans win against the Chargers, 20-16. Just to put it out there, Jim Harbaugh already said that Herbert is not playing in Week 18. So the Chargers are most likely going to have a 12-5 or 11-6 record, but they do face the Broncos, who are still wanting that number 1 seed. So they're probably going to get mollywopped that game. But anyways, the Texans win it. They keep in line here with the AFC South, although Jacksonville is looking to win it. They have the better odds to win it, but the Texans get a much needed win. However, both teams here looked really, really shaky, and Stroud also had 2 picks. Herbert was sacked 5 times. It was a very sloppy game from what I remember. But the Texans did what they needed to do because they almost choked this game away, but they were able to do at least enough to get it. Also, I don't know what happened to Dicker, the kicker, man. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah. So, how do we feel about this Texans team despite the woes here? Because remember, Stroud, 2 picks. How are we worried in any sort of way here? Because there were a lot of good plays that Stroud had too as well.
I'm very worried about the offense.
You think so?
That O-line is not giving CJ Stroud any protection.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And that's the only thing with the Texans, man. It's like we know the defense are going to ball out every game. Now can the offense come back and catch up? Now, Tank Dell posted a little bit, like he posted a picture of him walking out the tunnel when he was playing a year or 2 ago. People are like, hey, is Tank Dell going to come back for the playoff run? I don't know. But he did just post that. He did post that. But I don't know, man. Literally, if the Texans offense just catches up, they could be a dangerous and a sleeper team coming into this playoff. So yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier, like he's not getting any protection. So
Right.
if he's not getting any protection, not getting any time to throw the ball, then what's Tank Dell coming back going to matter?
No, that's the point. And that's another thing, too. The Texans traded, like, basically their whole O-line left last season. Look, the Texans started 0-3. So the fact that they came all the way back up just shows how good really their defense is. Their defense is the reason why they're staying in these games. So,
absolutely. Nobody's debating that.
Yeah, here's a good tweet here from ESPN Insights. Only 7 teams in the Super Bowl era since 1966 have made the playoffs after starting 0-3. The Texans have done it twice now, from 2018 and this season, since becoming a franchise in 2002. But yeah, this defense, though, the best part about this team is obviously the defense. 5 sacks, 1 pick, 1 forced fumble, 8 tackles for loss, and 5 passes defended against Chargers. Oh my goodness, man. This defense is absolutely amazing. But yeah,
they're the best defense in the NFL for a reason.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Must be nice.
But yeah, because of this win, the Texans make the playoffs here because of that win. And actually, just a quick correction, the Broncos won the AFC West. They did win on Christmas, but they didn't also need the Chargers to lose. And that's basically what happened, which is why they won the AFC West then, after the Chargers loss. But yeah, so oh man, they really need to figure out the offense, bro. But yeah, the offensive line, man, dude, jeez. But then again, that's been a worry, I feel as though, for the
I feel
Texans
like that's been a worry
specifically.
for
That was
both the
a worry,
Texans
yeah.
and the Chargers, to be honest.
Oh yeah, especially the Chargers, which unfortunately I don't feel I'm not confident that the Chargers will make any noise this playoffs.
I don't
Unfortunately,
think they will either.
which
I'm
really
not
sucks.
confident in any team, honestly.
Their
No, yeah,
O-line has been getting
absolutely.
defeated.
Just don't let Jim Harbaugh get captured by the dirty bubble again.
Let's move on to the next game here. And this game, and we have our very good friend Cross, who is very happy about the fact that his season is still alive because the Ravens win in Green Bay. Remember, no Jordan Love, so Malik Willis was in on there. But the Ravens win it 41-24 against the Packers. They keep their season alive with the AFC North on deck. Sunday Night Football upcoming. But this was an amazing game from Derrick Henry. 216 rushing yards with 4 touchdowns. He moved to number 4 all-time in rushing touchdowns. He cracked the top 10 in career rushing yards. And as the NFL puts it, probably won you a fantasy title. So, yeah.
He won me a fantasy title.
So yeah, I mean, this also has shown, like, a lot of teams are having a cheese grater hat now all of a sudden, every
God.
single time that they win against Green Bay. So yeah, but honestly, we do have to give some props to Willis, 18 of 21 for 348 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was making some amazing passes, but also made some amazing plays. And as somebody else put it here, Malik Willis, knowing tonight that what's coming in free agency, people are probably going to pay this man to go ahead and start him. Jets. Anyways, Christian Watson, 113 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. And because of the Packers losing, the Bears win the NFC North for the first time since 2018. My goodness. But yeah, so in regards to the Packers, they are 9-6-1. Their chances of making noise in the playoffs were honestly very slim once Micah Parsons went down, and they 100% need Jordan Love back to have any sort of chance. But who knows? Who knows? But the Ravens, they needed this win big time. This was a very good win for and great comeback from Derrick Henry, and Tyler Huntley also played pretty damn decent. But now obviously this leaves to the fact, like, they have to get Lamar back for the upcoming game, so we shall see what happens with that. But yeah, any thoughts here with the Ravens and Packers here? Because let's face it, despite the win here with the Ravens, will they make noise in the playoffs if they win on Sunday?
Absolutely not.
I don't know. And yeah, we could probably say absolutely not, but I think that's kind of just, I guess, the reality with both of these teams, because both of them are just injury riddled, and especially the Packers. So
If it doesn't matter, the Steelers or Ravens, bro, they're one. Both of them are going to be first round exits. So let's be fully honest. I mean, I know I've been seeing Ravens fans on Twitter talking about, we should start Tyler Huntley instead of having, like, we should start a 100% Tyler Huntley rather than like a 70 or 60% Lamar Jackson, which, I mean, I've been seeing that. Some people saying we start Lamar, we're going to lose against the Steelers. So we start Tyler Huntley, we're going to win or lose, no matter. But in regard to this game, it was all the Derrick Henry show, bro. It was all the Derrick Henry show. He is now coming back to full-size king level as we known him by. So, but with the Packers, bro, I've been also seeing Packers fans too. They're like, hey, bro, Malik Willis, bro, let's start him instead of having like a 70% Jordan Love. So it's crazy how the game of the backup QBs was one of the better games of the week. But, I mean, both Malik and Tyler, like, they're both capable and quality backup quarterbacks. So that didn't surprise me. But now what's going to be going on moving forward is, like, what are both teams going to do in regards to their next game? Are they going to start both of their backup QBs again? Or, are they going to try to actually get Jordan Love back and Tyler Huntley back? So we'll see. But Derrick Henry, bro, like, as you see on the screen right here, man went full blown crazy, which is what the Ravens need to win this game, honestly. So glad to see them that they finally found the ball all the game.
I just think for me personally, I would still want my starting quarterback in there. You know, because season on the line, I would rather have the much seasoned experience quarterback in the helm. So, but who knows the statuses for both of them? Let's see what happens. I haven't exactly seen anything. So, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and expand on Brandon's point. The two teams' situations are completely different. See, with the Ravens, yeah, I would probably start Tyler Huntley, but this is a situation where they needed to stay alive, and they did. Whereas the Packers, they're already in the playoffs, so they don't really need to start Jordan Love at this point until maybe the first round.
True.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
honestly,
I agree. But I agree. Malik Will's probably going to get it back somewhere.
Oh, he will for sure. And honestly, RBM, if the Packers got nothing to play for since they're already a 7th seed, I might as well just put Clayton Tune in there. Try to keep both Malik and Jordan Love healthy for next week. So, because the Packers are known just to keep 2 QBs on their roster anyway, you can't afford both of them to get hurt. So,
That's true, yeah. As far as the Ravens go, however, I'm going to disagree with Larlar on this one. I would rather have my backup who's 100% healthy, ready to go, knows the offense, is getting chemistry with guys like Zay Flowers, Derrick Henry, Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, instead of a 70% Lamar who isn't going to be able to do the offense that we know Lamar can do.
Fair enough.
So let's say the Ravens do beat the Steelers next week. Lamar is most likely going to be 100% come first round, which, in my honest opinion, will likely be against a pretty deadly Houston Texans team. But either way, I'm just saying, if you have a backup that's 100% healthy, knows the offense, knows exactly what he's doing, and pretty much is like Lamar light, who's to say they win? Who's to say? Let's see what happens.
That's fair. That's fair, honestly. That's fair. Any other thoughts really quick before we move on? Okay.
Sir.
Sounds good. Let's move on to the next game here. Where, well, we got to bring this one up for you, Brandon.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, let's talk about it.
So, the Seahawks shut down the Panthers 27-10 in Carolina. And I'll just give you the floor on this one.
Oh boy, you can erase that tweet right there. We don't need what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We need to get that tweet off the screen. And 2, it don't matter. I think Bucs and Panthers fans can agree with this, bro. We're both hot garbage. Whoever makes the playoffs, we're gonna get blown out by 40, no matter who it is.
Oh.
49ers, Rams, or Seahawks, we are done for. So 54 yards passing this game? How do we do worse than Max Brosmer, bro? How do we do worse than Max Brosmer with 54 yards passing? They can't have it from Bryce Young, bro. I can't have it. I don't get this team, bro. We are the most inconsistent team of all time. I saw a stat. I think we're the 4th most highest team when it comes to win-loss rates at like every other game, which is kind of crazy at like 10. I think we tied with the Lions right now for this year. We just need to get going on offense, man. Our defense can only do so much. Our defense isn't the healthiest, but we can't do so much. We've been getting a lot of penalties on the defensive side of the ball, which has been killing us. But now, look, man, I know this game. I don't want to say we didn't have anything to play for because if we would have won this game, we would have won the division since the Falcons did. No, since the Dolphins did their job against the Bucs. But no. Last thing I'll say, this man is like, I know we'll talk about this later. If we beat the Bucs, simple, simple. We're in the playoffs next week. But if we lose and then the Falcons win, then we're in regardless because of that 3-way tie. I know we'll get more into depth in that later, but in terms of this game, bro, it was bad. It was awful. But like you see on the screen right here, like I said, it's such a unique scenario, and our good friend Max said it best, bro. The Falcons are our insurance policy. If the insurance goes through, and if they beat the Saints, next week, then we're in regardless. So we'll see what happens, but can't have it this game, man. Sam Darnold was looking good. Seahawks was looking good. We just need to step it up for next week, man. So we'll bring on next Saturday, brother.
Yeah, it just does not help that this team puts stuff up like this, yet they win against the Rams of all teams,
And the Packers.
And the Packers. This, unfortunately, I agree with you. Whoever wins the NFC South, let's just face it, it's a poverty title at this point. Because
it is.
No one's going to go far unless something drastic happens, all right? Unless something drastic happens. But I do not have any sort of faith in anybody here with the Bucs, the Panthers. I got no faith in them in the slightest. Now, in regards to the Seahawks, you got to remember about them. Seahawks didn't play that great either, but this is kind of like the whole thing. Even though Charbonnet put up 2 touchdown rushing, still pretty damn good for him.
Yeah.
At least the defense though looked really, really good for the Seahawks. The offense, it's the offense. But anyways, the Seahawks still look like a very great team here, and they are at the top right now as we speak. So. Yeah, I mean, they continue to prove themselves with a good win here. But in terms of how they could go potentially in the playoffs, we have to see. But as Cole Musgrove here says, he said how in 2005, a new pope was elected, the Seahawks win 13 games and advance to the Super Bowl. In 2013, the same thing happened, and they advance to the Super Bowl, and they win it. But what about this year?
Brother.
A new pope is elected, the Seahawks win 13 games, and what happens next? Will they go to the Super Bowl? I don't know.
When you have the
I don't know.
When you have the second best defense in the league, I would hope so.
That's
I don't know who's
true.
going.
But from what it looks like, this pattern here kind of tells me that, they go to the Super Bowl, but, they lose the first time. They win the second time, but what about the third time? Do they lose it or do they win it?
I mean, when a new pope selected, they're 1-1. So,
also for some reason, or not even for some reason, apparently CBS found this guy in the stands here, and they found Sam Darnold's twin. There you go, kind of cool.
Yo,
let's go.
Yeah, so.
he can figure out the Rams defense.
That's kind of dope. But yeah, honestly, happy for Sam Darnold, even though he was a Jets guy. But anyways, let's not talk about that.
Let's not worry about that. Let's not worry about that.
Yo, that's Sam Darnold and Dan Darnold, dude.
Damn.
But yeah, so Brandon, please pray on Saturday. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, we're gonna be doing more than praying, bro.
All right, let's move on.
You better have like the prayer circle on deck.
Not the circle.
All right, let's move on now. We got to move on to this game here because this game.
That freaking me out tweet, bro. You can take it away.
So ugly.
That's funny. I like that.
This next game was a big, ugly one from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And honestly, I kind of do have to agree. When Mike Tomlin gets 9 wins, it's over. That's it. Yeah, the Browns upset the Steelers, and because of that, it puts the AFC North title in jeopardy for the Steelers now. where it's a win and in on Sunday Night Football in Week 18. 13-6, the final score. But the thing is, though, I have a nice stat for you. Even though the Ravens said perfect timing, shout out the Browns, but the Browns said, don't think we did this for you. Whoa.
Yeah, that was funny.
I
About to say,
don't think we did
fans,
this for you.
yeah, Ravens fans for Browns fans that game.
But here's a crazy stat. The Steelers have lost 4 games in a row in Cleveland. The Browns quarterbacks in 2022, Jacoby Brissett, and then 2023, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, and then 2024,
DTR.
Jameis Winston, and now Shador Sanders.
Black
So-
people just do it better, man. Let's
So,
tell you.
yeah, the Steelers, man. Oh man, what do we think about this team, man?
Hey, they were stopped. They were trying to prevent Myles Garrett from getting the record more
Yes.
and winning this game, bro.
Yes.
So
Which is, I do have a soundbite here. Hold on, let me go find it really quick. I do have a soundbite here. Okay, here we go. Here's a soundbite from Myles Garrett here about the thing.
Extent, I feel like they were more worried about keeping me away from Aaron than getting the win, and I think that's what came back to bite them. So they'll have to fight it out with Baltimore next week. But I'm just proud of the guys for fighting and getting this win. That's the main thing.
If I
he's
speak,
not wrong, bro.
I'm in trouble.
He's really not wrong. I mean, there was 1 or 2 times where he almost got to Aaron, but besides that, the game was sloppy. I think the game was just typical AFC North football. But
Yeah.
the Browns needed it. The Ravens fans, they were like I said, this was the one time they cheered on for the Browns. But Shador did have 2 picks. And there was 1 touchdown throw that it was basically like a lob to Fannin, but somehow the Steelers DBs could not find it. But overall, man, Steelers, bro, they gonna have to win. It's the same thing, just like the NFC South. They're gonna have to win, or else they're gonna go home next week. But I'm curious to see with the Browns how they're gonna move on this offseason, man, because let's be honest, Deshaun Watson's gonna be, healthy again.
No,
Even though we all know about the whole thing. But is Shador going to be that guy moving forward, right? People want him to be. I think Shador is going to get better as time progresses. But we'll see, man. Even though the Browns are 4-12, I do think if Shador is going to be that guy, he can definitely progress moving forward. Still got a lot of things he got to work on, but we'll see about that. And Aaron Rodgers, do we think he's going to come back next season?
Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
1 more
He
year.
he had already declared that this year was going to be his last year. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah,
I think he's having a lot of fun. I don't know, bro. I think he got 1 more year left in him. I do agree with you. I know he said that, but I think he's going to change his mind.
I don't know. Brett Favre said the same thing, and look what happened.
Well, he wasn't a Steeler.
Well, he allegedly stole a lot of other things. Anyways,
Ball.
Shaking my head.
allegedly, all right, allegedly. We gotta say that. But yeah, I'm honestly, I'm kind of worried about the Steelers, and this kind of begs the question: what is Mike Tomlin gonna do? Do you guys? I have a question. Actually, let me go ahead and end this segment off with a very specific question. I want a yes or no. Do you think the Steelers will move on from Mike Tomlin after the season if they don't make the playoffs?
No.
No.
I think he's been embedded there for so long, and the Roonies love him so much. I don't think they're gonna let him go, even though us Steelers fans want him to be let go. I don't see that happening.
Not only does Art Rooney love him, he's living in his fears. Like he's too afraid to move on.
Yeah, I don't think so, bro.
It really surprised me when he moved on from Matt Canada.
Yeah, now that did need to happen. They did need a change.
It needed to happen. I'm just surprised it actually did happen.
Right, and I think that was like the first in-season change in like the Tomlin era in general. So, But yeah, and granted, Aaron Rodgers was treating like MVS like prime DK Metcalf, that which is not gonna work. So the fact that DK Metcalf, bro, that whole situation, that definitely bite them because that last play that the Steelers had in the end zone, and that was to DK Metcalf instead of MVS, they probably would have had a touchdown and won that game. So it just shows it shows the effects of having that one prime receiver just off the field. It really, really shows. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Also, my dad brought up a good point.
Sure.
Forget the rings and everything, Super Bowls with Bill Belichick. But Mike Tomlin have a losing season, even with Kenny Pickett. Man's a pretty damn good coach.
That's very true.
Yeah, that is true. But obviously, you would want like a playoff win.
Obviously, you'd want more, yeah. But I'm just saying, no losing season. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. That's very true. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a very interesting thing because I was here's actually something. I was listening to Rich Eisen, and one of the points that was brought up was whoever loses next week in Ravens Steelers is going to be coaching for their job, which is I was like, damn, imagine that.
Yeah.
Like kind of right, Harbaugh on the hot seat, bro.
Like it's not like a report; it was just like a prediction. But like, think about it, But yeah, let's move on now to the next game here, where we will stay in the AFC. But this now deals with another team where the Jacksonville Jaguars inch closer to the AFC South title and send the Colts to another loss where, remember, the Colts started 7-1 and they are now eliminated from playoff contention because of this loss. This is a historic start for Liam Cohen. First rookie head coach in NFL history to win 12-plus games after inheriting a team with 4 or fewer victories the year prior. Holy moly. So, Liam Cohen is definitely going to be in Coach of the Year talks. But I do have a soundbite here from Phillip Rivers because it has now been confirmed, and we will touch upon this later again, but Riley Leonard will be starting for the Colts next week, which basically and unfortunately ends Phillip Rivers' run as a starting quarterback in his very short tenure here with the Colts. So here is his soundbite from the press conference.
Well, I mean, if it is, and again, I'm going to be on board and supportive of whatever the organization, Shane, and however that decision is going to come to be. I'm sure I'll have some conversation. It won't just be a blindside Tuesday, conversation from him. And I'm going to be on board to do what's best for the guys. I mean, if this was the last one, I told you guys I wasn't going to have any regrets about coming back, and I don't. It's other than us not winning, right? Us not winning. It's been an absolute blast for 3 weeks. I wouldn't, if I go back and say, all right, now everything's going to happen, what are you going to do? I'd do it all again. It's been absolutely awesome. So, yeah, I mean, if it's the last one, it's the last one. I thought the last one was walking off the field in Buffalo, walking up that tunnel, and I was fine with that. And that one had tears those few days after it, and I was at peace with that being the last one. So certainly, if it is, I got 3 bonus games that I never saw coming, and couldn't be more thankful that I got the opportunity.
Man, I really wanted Rivers to get 1 win, man. And if anything, it almost happened with this game because they were kind of leading this game within most of the game until the second half. So, but yeah, so this advances Jacksonville to 12-4. They are 1 win away from winning the AFC South, and Trevor Lawrence played well. Etienne played well. Parker Washington is all of a sudden just their wide receiver 1. But yeah, the Colts, man, Just so sad just to see them like collapse like this, man. Again, as we mentioned earlier, they were 7-1 and they are now eliminated from playoff contention. I can't believe it, to be honest with you. But yeah, so what are our thoughts with the Jaguars here? Because here's actually a crazy stat line. The quarterback leads the team in rushing touchdowns, while the running back leads the team in receiving touchdowns. Wow.
Yeah,
Can
it's a
you
typical
believe that?
Jaguars.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So,
Yeah.
how do we feel about the Jaguars with this win here? 12-4. Jacksonville is pretty likely to win the AFC South at this point. What do you guys think about this team here?
I mean, the Jaguars are white hot right now, so
Unfortunately.
to me, there's still a mystery box. We still don't know what kind of team this is week to week, but whatever they're doing, it's working.
Yeah. Especially after the bye.
Yeah. And the thing with the Jaguars, man, too, is I know like towards the beginning of the season, we're like, man, something's missing. We see that they're going on a run, but like something's just like missing here. And it all started after when they beat the Chiefs on Monday night. That's when we were just like, hold on a second. But in regard to the Colts, man, I don't blame them for starting Riley Leonard because they kind of want to see what they got in that quarterback going next season. Because let's be honest, man, the Colts are going to be in a bad spot next season. They got rid of their picks because of Sauce Gardner. They got no first round pick this year or next year. So that's a bad spot there. Daniel Jones tore his Achilles like a little later than halfway through the season, so he's probably not gonna be there at the start of the season. He might, but he might not be. And obviously, Phillip Rivers, he said he was only gonna be there for towards just his last bit of the stretch, and that's it. So the only other guy you got is Riley Leonard, which we seen him at Duke. We seen him at Notre Dame. He can play. Like, he can play. And he used to train with Phillip Rivers, too. So it's actually a good thing that, that Riley has Phillip in his possession right there. But, man, the Colts are in a bad spot going into next year, man. I actually think this collapse is going to keep on going until the start of next year. Unless Riley Leonard does what he needs to do, and obviously Jonathan Taylor does what he needs to do. But, boy, people are talking about that Sauce Gardner trade, and people are saying it's one of the worst trades of all time. I'm just saying. So
Yeah,
we'll
that
see.
trade followed by this collapse just really put them in a bad spot. Because the fact that they have no first round picks for the next 2 years,
Thank
It's
you.
bad.
Thank you.
it it either could set them back or they find a QB in the mid round, like fourth or fifth round, and possibly strike gold there. Who knows?
Right.
They have to hope and pray that they find another QB that works well in Shane Steichen's system.
hmm
I
agree.
it's tough. It's just gonna be very tough. And obviously, people are also calling for Chris Ballard to get fired. No, I don't know if they'll. I don't think they're gonna do that, but we'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, I still just feel very bad for the Colts because imagine if it's still like, imagine if Jones did not get injured. Who knows what happens with this team, man? Who knows? Shit, they could be like number 1 seed right now, and we
If
wouldn't
Daniel
know.
Jones didn't get hurt, then I feel like the Colts would have won the AFC South already.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they definitely would have been in the playoffs for sure.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah,
Fair enough.
that they probably would have paid Daniel Jones.
Oh, he was good. Oh, he was going to get like a massive deal with the fact that they're going.
Well, now that's up in the air. So
Oh, well, hopefully not that massive. All right, let's move on to the next game here, where we got the, let's see, hold on, let me just go ahead and close some tabs here. We have the Dolphins winning against the Tampa Bay Bucs. Well, let's just go ahead and very quickly touch up upon this because this is technically still relevant because of the Bucs still in the playoff hunt. With the NFC South, the Dolphins already have been eliminated. But the Dolphins win 20-17. Quinn Ewers didn't have that bad of a game. 2 touchdown passes. Achane had a pretty decent game as well. But Baker Mayfield and these damn Bucs, man. 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. Oh, man. It just sucks because this is another team where, again, in the first half, they played well, and then the second half is just an absolute travesty. The Bucs are 7-9 now, 3rd place in the NFC South, and who knows what happens, because ever since the bye week, again, I feel like we've said this so many times over the course of the past couple of weeks, but it hasn't looked the same. But then again, folks are just injured, and Baker is most likely injured right now, too. So, yeah, but the Bucs have the Bucs are 1-7 in their last 8 games, have 1 win since October, and they're playing for a divisional title next week. What a sad, sad division. Well, we got 2 fans of opposite NFC South teams here. So what do you guys, just everybody, well, what do you guys think about this Bucs team now? Like, do you guys think they have even a shot against the Panthers here?
Well, we call the NFC South the tank division for a reason.
Gonna use the bathroom 1 second.
This Bucs collapse has been 2023 Eagles level of devastating. Yes, Baker's playing hurt. To touch up on Larlar's point, yes, Baker is playing hurt. Do they have a shot against the Panthers?
I think they do. I think it's honestly 50-50.
I'm gonna say no.
You don't think so?
But for a different reason. Not because Baker's hurt, because that Bucs defense has been hella sus.
A lot of injuries to that opposite side too.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you gave up 20 points to Quinn Ewers?
Yeah, Quinn has been low-key. He low-key kind of balled that game too. He had like a 65-yard pass. He didn't do anything too crazy. So Quinn did his job, and obviously Achane. Yeah.
Well, when you're going up against a dollar store secondary, yeah, you're gonna score points. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, because RBM in their last 8 games, the Bucs are 1-7.
I know, which is shocking to me.
And they started 5-1 this year.
They started 5-1, yeah.
They
started 5-1. Baker was balling.
He was in MVP conversations.
It was an MVP conversations, but now I don't even know if he's healthy enough to do a Progressive commercial.
That's crazy. You know, I mean, the dude signed like a 3-year, $66 million, which is worth every penny. I still think it's worth every penny. But now a lot of Bucs fans are saying Todd Bowles needs to go, especially if they don't win against the Panthers next week. They're saying Todd Bowles needs to go.
I think it's time.
You think it's time?
I think it's time. I mean, think about it. Like how long has he been there? Since 21?
Since 21.
So his tenure with the Jets was basically 4 years. He's got to go.
It's crazy, man. Because people thought he was becoming such a great coach at the beginning of the year. Because RBM, we're talking about it. Bucs started 5-1, bro. They started 5-1. Baker was in MVP conversations. Bucky Irvin was going off. Obviously, that was when Mike Evans went down. Chris Godwin was still out. Buka was having like offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah,
numbers.
I was just about to say Buka. Yep.
Yeah, and he just plummeted. So it's in the defense too. Like Villavea's not being as effective. Bucs secondary has been getting blown up. Linebackers are starting to go down the middle of the field. So I don't know, bro. We'll see what happens next week. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Like something with the Bucs is not working.
After the bye week, it's just been so bad.
Yeah,
they have not looked.
Now
the
the
same.
opposites. Now on the opposite side with the Dolphins, Quinn Ewers, he did what he needed to do. He did. He definitely did. I think Quinn's gonna have a solid backup role. I do not think he's the Dolphins guy because I know with the whole Tua situation, that itself is a whole movie because they literally just paid the guy so much money this offseason. So I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with that. But
I still
you
think
know,
he gets. I still think he gets traded for Kyler Murray, but that's just me.
the Dolphins are gonna have to eat a lot of dead money if they were to get rid of him. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Here's a little bit of a thing here. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this up. It's not breaking news, but it's definitely something that just got reported. But here we go. Baker Mayfield is listed with a left shoulder injury, and he's back on the Bucs injury report with a right shoulder injury.
Yeah.
He was limited today in practice.
Yeah, Baker's
So-
definitely going to go. Baker's not. Knowing Baker, he's not going to sit this one out.
Yeah,
So,
he's not gonna sit. He's not
Yeah.
gonna sit.
He got that dog in him.
Yep. And he's been hurt throughout all these weeks. Why sit out now, especially with a division on the line?
No wonder they've been losing. The fuck?
Well, I mean, to be fair, they still have Teddy Bridgewater. They have Teddy Bridgewater if they need him to go. So
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know, bro.
All right, let's move on now to the next game here. We got this game. We got 3 more games to go, so we got a nice pace here with this. But let's move on to this game here where, oh my goodness, the Eagles escape Buffalo and win over the Bills in a defensive battle, 13-12. So this was a very sloppy game from both sides. It didn't matter, but also at the same time, it was just really, there was just really bad rain falling as well. But even then, very sloppy game from everybody here, but also specifically the Bills. I am officially panicking for them. I don't think this team is going to go far at all at this point. I would love to be wrong, but this is not looking good for them at all. But the thing is, though, we got to go talk about the Eagles now. When we get to the Eagles, they also still don't look great. They still don't look great. Obviously, that defense is, still very, very good. It's just, this team still looked like it was a struggle. And it was so crazy, in fact, that I've seen so many people, especially from Eagles fans, about how, like, Nick Sirianni is celebrating on the sideline because of how bad he's doing as a head coach or something. And it's so weird because this is what Sirianni said after the game in the tunnel.
Not so much anymore. Love this shit.
Bro, you're still ass. What are you talking about here? Holy shit.
Now
I hate
I'm
Nick Sirianni so bad.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on this again, but look at AJ Brown's face as he says.
Brown is
So much anymore. Love this shit.
To any audio listeners, he basically, Sirianni basically looks at AJ Brown, and then AJ Brown looks at him, and then Sirianni goes ahead, but the AJ Brown's just shaking his damn head because it's like, well,
bro, you won by 13, bro.
What? 1 point.
Yeah, like literally.
Yeah. Also, yeah, it was just, yeah. But yeah, record-breaking season for Goddard, at least. I mean, Dallas Goedert is still a great tight end. He's still a great player. But because of this loss, the Bills' streak of AFC East titles has ended at 5. They are the first team in NFL history to win 5 straight division titles and not even make a Super Bowl. Damn. Damn. And it was so crazy, in fact, that the Patriots put up this video on their socials saying the moment we became division champs.
Comes down to this. Allen looking to throw. Preston throws.
Well, these damn Patriots again, and because of that, they win the AFC East for the first time in 5 boohoo years. Anyways, so what do we think about both of these teams going into the playoffs? Because let's just be completely honest here. I don't know what to do about these teams, bro. I have no idea.
I always hope the Eagles get one and done, but it's not going to happen. The Bills, though,
I'm gonna let the NFC East people have this one.
The Eagles are going to host they're going to host a playoff game. In terms of who, TBD, obviously. Could be the Rams. So
Apparently, Rams fans want to face the Eagles. They say that's an easy win.
They want an easy win. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oof.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I know the Eagles looking not so great, but I think we need to remember that it could still be a different beast in the playoffs, you know?
I don't know, bro. Something about this Eagles team is just not.
I mean,
it's not clicking as it used to be. You know, like they still got all their pieces, but it's like Lane Johnson's still out. Saquon hasn't been getting as much of a burst these last few weeks as we've been prone to see him. And I don't know, bro. Now the Bills definitely threw this one away. Now, granted, it was a lot of rainy sliding. But the Bills did everything they needed to do to get to the end zone, but then Josh Allen just made a bad throw. At the very end. So they could have won this game, but they didn't. So I don't know, bro. It was a sloppy game from both sides. I'm very curious to see what both of these teams will look like moving forward from then.
do you think they should have went for, do you guys agree with the Bills going for 2 there?
I agree. It worked. They had to play up. Josh Allen just missed time to throw. So I don't blame him for doing it, honestly.
I would have just took it to overtime.
Yeah. I will say I would have probably taken it to
chance,
overtime too. Yeah, right. Yeah. I would have taken it to overtime too, but I still don't blame him for going for 2. Because they had a lot of momentum. That's why I don't necessarily don't disagree with it.
Oh, these teams, man. If somehow, some way, this is the Super Bowl, I don't want it.
I'm glad
it'll be an entertaining Super Bowl.
Now I officially don't want this. I don't want this matchup.
I don't know. I don't know if either of these teams will go far doing the Super Bowl with that.
Bro,
in my
it's
opinion.
just so crazy because this is literally the time for the Bills to do it. Oh my god.
The AFC is so wide open. And I don't know who's going to the bowl, bro.
At least James Cook is cooking. You know?
It's true.
At least James Cook is cooking.
Right.
But yeah, it's just, as we mentioned, it's just wide open. It's just way too wide open at the moment. We have no idea. All right, now let's move on. You said what?
Patriots to the bowl.
Hopefully not. Anyways, let's move on to potential Game of the Year candidate again? What are the Bears doing, bro? Because the 49ers win an offensive shootout against the Bears, 42-38. My goodness, this was an entertaining game. Caleb and Brock Purdy was going touchdown for touchdown. It was so crazy, in fact, that it literally looked like this. Look at this scoreline. 7-7, 14-14, 21-21, 28-28, 35-35, and then the Bears finally broke it with a field goal. But then the Niners scored a touchdown on them on the opposing drive. 484 total yards of offense in the first half is crazy. But these two were seriously just going at it. And in total, 80 total points, 927 total yards, 11 touchdowns, 58 first downs, and 3 of 3 for fourth down was this potential Game of the Year. Personally, it's kind of up there. Kind of up there. Yeah. But yeah, remember this game? Oh boy.
I think Seahawks Rams, but that was close.
Yeah. Yeah, this is apparently the first time in NFL history where a regular season game has been tied at each of 7-7, 14-14, 21, 28, and 35. Kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
But man,
Shit was looking like a game of Madden.
this game right here, bro, was amazing football. Amazing football. Now, the other thing that has to be mentioned is that I have seen so many Niners and Bears fans literally come together despite this being a win for the Niners and despite it being a loss for the Bears. Everyone on both sides were like, man, that was a good ass game, man. GG's. And the Bears fans like, I'm very proud of their team, man. I think it's kind of crazy, bro. But the Bears, 11-5 right now. A lot of Bears fans still really like the way that this team played. Obviously, their defense is still something that they need to improve on. But despite that, my goodness, the Bears are still really good. But then we got to talk about this Niners team. This is probably the quietest 12-4 team right now at the moment. And despite all their injuries, craziness. Because let's face it, when Nick Bosa went down, when Fred Warner went down, their chances were probably pretty slim. But now, if they win on Saturday, not Sunday, Saturday night, they win the NFC's first seed and the division. Oh my gosh. Which is crazy to me. But yeah, guys, what do we think about this game here? Oh man, please give us a round 2 in the playoffs somehow. Somehow it has to happen. I would love it. Gosh, I would love it.
And I think because of the Bears and 49ers fans coming together, I think because both teams coming into this year probably thought that they had, well, I don't know about 49ers fans. I will say like halfway, like probably like at the beginning couple weeks, like when Nick Bosa went down, Fred Warner went down, and Bears were still trying to find their identity. I didn't like, yeah, bro, there's no shots they're going into the playoffs. And the fact that they're both in the playoffs and they're both pretty high seeds, I think that's probably they were like, you know what? We're appreciating this moment, and we appreciate that both of these teams fought. So I think that's why Bears and 49ers fans are pretty like thankful of that happening right now. But man, this game was a shootout, bro. First play of the game was a pick 6 by the Bears, right? And we're like, oh boy, what's going on here? And then, you know, I think it's the first NFL game in history where like both teams were like tied like 7-7, like all like what you were saying, like Larlar, all the way up to 35. I think it's the first NFL game in history. Yeah, right there. Where like that's happened in the regular season, which is kind of crazy. But man, both QBs did what they needed to do. I mean, I know at the very end of the game, Caleb Williams, he had a wide open DJ Moore on the right side of the field. But some people were also saying like, well, DJ Moore probably should have followed the quarterback and then probably would have had a chance. But they had to go because the play clock was running down. But man, the fact that the 49ers, and we're talking about them, no Fred Warner, no Nick Bosa, and Mac Jones had to come in and like save the day for like half the season. It just shows that Kyle Shanahan also deserves to be in like these coaches of the year talks too, man. And Brock Purdy's doing his thing. He did a Euro step into the duggy, and people are like, "Hey, this boy got motion now."
Yeah, he did.
This boy
did do that.
He got motion. He hit that. So, and Bears, man, I mean, now I will say at the end of the play, Luther Burden got killed basically. So I don't know what the extent of his injury is. If he
we'll get to that later.
What's up?
We'll get to that later.
Okay, perfect. And Roma Dunze was out too, so the Bears weren't even fully like, you know, loaded on the offensive side. So, but yeah, man, what a game, and I can't wait to see what both of these teams are going to do in the playoffs, man.
Brock Purdy, since returning from injury, 1,454 yards, 16 passing TDs, 3 rushing TDs, 5 picks, 70.7 completion rate, 111.5 passer rating, and the Niners are 6-0. This team has been injury riddled. Kittle was out, by the way, during this game. You know, obviously the two huge defensive pieces. You know, Ayuk is MIA because of stuff. Pearsall has been on and off the lineup as well. Jennings, same thing. It's been nuts. And obviously Christian McCaffrey, we can't forget about McCaffrey. He's been doing so much for this team. And look, man, if they make a run here, oh my goodness, it's going to be pretty damn impressive, honestly.
I mean, let's keep it real. McCaffrey's been doing the Lord's work for the 49ers this
Oh,
season.
absolutely.
He has.
Hell, I think Christian McCaffrey single-handedly has been the guy keeping the Niners in games.
No, yeah, for
Right.
sure. I agree.
McCaffrey-
It helps with Brock Purdy coming back, and we all know Brock Purdy's been balling. Oh, this team has depth, and to be perfectly honest with you, I think the 49ers go far.
I think so too. I think they'll surprise a lot of people.
Think about it like this, guys. And again, this is coming from Rich Eisen. Think about it like this. If they win on Sunday, they don't go anywhere until they're done, right?
Until next season.
Yeah, until next season. They
Which is
got home
crazy.
games. They got home games, and they're wearing their rivalry uniforms, which they haven't done yet either. So
Yeah, but like I'm talking like in terms of like the playoffs, they have home field advantage throughout the entire playoffs if they win on Sunday. And remember, the Super Bowl is in Santa Clara.
yep. it's in
Oh
Santa Clara.
my goodness, can you imagine?
And they would be considered the home team.
Yup.
Yep. It's kind of
Holy-
like Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers, where they had their own Super Bowl down there.
And the Rams.
Yeah, I think Rams was considered an away team, but yeah, but
Rams
they
were
were
considered a away team. Yeah.
yeah, but
Okay.
but to your point, it was still in their home stadium. So we'll see, man.
Bro, I want them to meet up in the playoffs again so bad. It needs to happen somehow, some way. It doesn't matter where it can be. Bro, let it happen again somehow, some way. If we can get like a part 2 of this, oh man. Woo.
Oh, chances are we might see that matchup in the NFC Championship.
Oh man, if they make it there, of course. If both
If they
teams make it there.
That'll be a banger game.
Oh my god, that would be so good.
That'll be a banger.
That would be so good, man. All right, let's move on to our final game here in the slate. Because this obviously happened last night. But the Falcons upset the Rams despite a comeback here from the Rams, 27-24. So, I don't want to spend too much time on this game, but the Rams are slipping, especially ever since Adams went down with the hamstring injury. So, all I'm going to say is Stafford needs Devontae Adams back ASAP. He really does. He really does.
Yeah.
Puka has done a lot, obviously, but Adams is such as like a safety blanket for Stafford. Like he needs him back bad. But then again, Stafford has also thrown like 3 picks. Some of them were like what is he throwing at? But yeah, the Falcons though get out with the win. Bijan Robinson, oh my goodness, 195 yards rushing for 1 tud. Jesus. But yeah, great win here for the Falcons. Does this save Raheem Morris's job? I don't know. We will see. But the Rams starting to slip here. I think I do have something from McVay. No, I don't. Okay. But yeah, here we go. So the NFC South since week 10, the Saints are 5-2. The Falcons are 4-4. The Panthers are 3-4, and the Bucs are 1-8. 1-7. So, damn.
Insane work.
So, what do you guys think about the Rams right now as we go into the playoffs? Because McVay did say that they will be playing no matter what next week.
They ain't going to the bowl.
Really?
I don't see it.
Really?
Something about it.
I don't see it either.
Oh my goodness!
Something about it.
If you're losing to a Falcons team with Kirk Cousins and Bijan Robinson, I mean Bijan's a beast, so let's not get that twisted. But if you're losing to the Falcons of all teams, then Sorry, no, I don't see it
Falcons
going.
also beat the Bills earlier this season.
Which is also why I don't see the Bills going. But anyway,
Yeah, man. I
I
mean, ooh,
I just Stafford can't perform like that when it comes to the playoffs, or else they're out.
yeah, he can't become inconsistent all of a sudden, you
With
know?
with or without Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, now as a Panthers fan, having the Falcons win was huge for us. I mean, the fact that we're cheering on our division rival says something. But nah, man. I mean, because now, like I mentioned when we talked about the Panthers game, if the Falcons win against the Saints, regardless, we what's it called? We're gonna get in the playoffs. Now that game is not happening until the next day on Sunday. So either whatever happens on Saturday will dictate that or something. And I saw someone said this too on Twitter. Someone was like, it's funny how a non-playoff game, like a non-playoff impactful game, it's funny how two teams that are not going to be in the playoffs have playoff implications for two other teams that happen to be in the division, and that's going to decide on it if it gets to that point. And I was like, yeah, that's true. So,
Yeah, very true.
so yeah, man, Falcons did their thing. Rams, ooh, I hope we're not seeing a little collapse right now.
Man, I hope
And
not.
Bijan, bro.
This is the team I'm rooting for now. Please
And
no.
Bijan, bro, Bijan is when I tell you, like, I'm not saying he's this running back, but when I see shades of Barry Sanders, bro, I see that in Bijan. I'm not saying he is Barry Sanders, but the way he just runs with power and agility and speed reminds me of a lot of Barry, bro. And it's kind of insane.
I was gonna say he reminds me a lot of Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
I hate that he's a Falcon because I actually kind of like Bijan. I'm not gonna lie.
I know when he got drafted there, bro, I was like, shoot, man, because he was a beast at Texas.
He really was. If I'm the Rams, I can't afford to lose any games like this.
No, you
Especially-
cannot.
Especially in the postseason where you might potentially go against the Eagles.
Yeah, and like I said, and the Rams were supposed to win this whole division until the Seahawks and 49ers came up.
Yeah, well.
I'm not worried, to be honest. I'm not worried. But
I'm a little worried.
I'm not worried, but they better not go into these playoffs. What you say?
I said maybe I'll eat my words and they'll probably go, but right now,
Look, I'm not worried, but
I don't know.
But big but here.
Yo.
We cannot be going into the playoffs like this. So you better win next week and go out of the regular season on a good note. And then bring that momentum into wherever you're going to go for the first wild card round. So, yeah.
If they lose to the Cardinals next week, then sorry, Rams, if you're not making it.
No way. No way.
They can't lose to the Cardinals, bro.
They cannot lose to the Cardinals of all teams, bro. They can't do that.
The Cardinals are literally 0-8 in their last 8 games.
If they do, oh my goodness. All right. Well, guys, that is the slate of week 17. Good on everybody here. So let's talk now about the playoff scenarios going into week week 18 now. And so obviously here we got something from Bleacher Report. 49ers versus Seahawks. Winner gets the number 1 seed in the NFC. The loser drops to number 5 or the number 6. The Broncos, Patriots, and Jaguars are in a race for the number 1 seed in the AFC. The Panthers versus Bucs. Winner gets NFC number 4 seed unless something happens with the Falcons. And the Ravens versus Steelers, which is Sunday Night Football, gets the AFC's 4th seed and obviously the divisional win. For the second straight year, the Sam Darnold will be playing in a Week 18 game with the number 1 seed on the line, or he will fall into a wild card spot. And last year, Darnold's Vikings lost to Detroit. This year, his Seahawks will face the Niners.
49ers are winning, then Sam Darnold's going to be one and done in the playoffs. And
Oh, brother. Hopefully not. We'll see, though. The Ravens and Steelers in Week 18 will be the first winner-take-all meeting. Winner makes playoffs, loser eliminated in the final week of the regular season in the history of this rivalry, which is kind of crazy. Damn.
Yeah, it is.
That is kind of nuts.
So, yeah, here we go. Just a couple things here. 49ers, 1 seed with win. Seahawks, 1 seed with win. Panthers, divisional title with win, or the Falcons win. The Bucs would need the divisional title, or would get the divisional title with a win and a Falcons loss. The Bears would get the 2 seed with a win or an Eagles loss. Meanwhile, it's vice versa for the Eagles. For the Ravens and the Steelers, it's win and in. Broncos would get the 1 seed with the win or a Patriots loss. Patriots would get 1 seed with a win and a Broncos loss. Jaguars would get the division title with a win or a Texans loss. But the Jaguars could also potentially get the 1 seed with a win and the Broncos and the Patriots losing, which is kind of crazy. But the Texans would also still get a divisional title if they win and the Jaguars lose. So, yeah.
Yo,
Now I'm not gonna
damn
obviously go through all of that again but this is just the official playoff scenarios from the NFL directly from Ian Rappaport, and it's basically just same thing. So there you go. We're here, guys. This is the final week of the regular season. We know who are pretty much all in the playoffs now, aside from 2 divisions, and here we go. Kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy. And now, the playoff picture. My goodness, this is what it looks like. Week 17 right now. The Broncos and Seahawks would have the 1 seed at the moment. The Bills would travel to New England. Chargers would travel to Jacksonville. Texans would travel to Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, Packers would travel to Chicago. Rams would travel to Philly. And the Niners would travel against Carolina. So, there you go. Now, let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, wait, what happened?
Nah, it's just whoever the Panthers face, bro. Boy, flashbacks to Monday Night Football.
All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at the Swift Stories to Know injury report. Because we are doing this on a Tuesday afternoon, we don't exactly have much, so let's just go ahead and just quickly touch up upon multiple things here. Max Crosby will be on the IR for the remainder of the season. He personally did not agree with this decision, but, well, they just gave him an early vacation, basically. Who knows what Crosby's future will be like with the Raiders moving forward, but we'll see what happens.
He is still going to be a Buffalo Bill next season.
We'll see.
Well,
Fred Warner is ahead of schedule following the ankle surgery, and a return for the NFC title game and beyond is possible if San Francisco gets there. Boy. Oh, we'll see about that. Noah Sewell, who has become a key part of the defense, especially with all the injuries to the position, is believed to have torn his Achilles, unfortunately. So,
damn.
Sorry for Noah here, man, because especially before he faces his brother, which is crazy. Yeah. Moving forward, Luther Burden, who was carted off the field after Sunday, suffered a quad injury, but it was not considered to be serious. He will undergo additional testing today. Thank God, because he did not get up at all.
Yeah, need him.
Moving on. Josh Johnson would start at Philly if Marcus Mariota is out. So, there you go. Josh Johnson for the Commanders, I guess.
Get the Cowboys.
Man, they're putting in their backups, man. Tanner McKee.
It's
Justin
week 18,
Herbert
brothers.
will not start Sunday against the Broncos. So as I mentioned earlier, Justin Herbert
Smart.
will not play, and I believe it's smart, but it's pretty much kind of guarantees the Broncos are going to win the AFC first seed, right? Almost. Not sure, but
I think so.
yeah, but their chances of getting the 1 seed are pretty high now.
Yeah.
Darnell Washington suffered a broken arm in the loss against the Browns. And
no.
because of that, he had surgery this morning and is out for the season.
Sheesh.
Darn.
Moving on. Tight end JT Sanders for the Panthers suffered a broken ankle and will have surgery this
Yep.
week.
Yep, and this is where the downfall starts.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you're gonna
Sucks, though.
make it to the playoffs and get bounced in the first round. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I know.
We have an update here from John Harbaugh about Lamar Jackson's status for Sunday night's game. Let's listen in.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, it's to be determined. You know, I mean, still he's coming off a very serious injury, and he's working at it. Saw him in here today working at it. So I think we'll know a lot more on Wednesday.
Coach.
Well, looks like we'll figure something out tomorrow, I guess.
I guess so.
I still wouldn't risk it. That's just me.
You think so?
Yeah, I wouldn't either, honestly, to be fully honest. And that's a hard decision to make, too, you know?
Yeah. And one last one on TJ Watt. Mike Tomlin said optimistic about his potential inclusion in this game. We'll work him over the course of the week and let the amount of participation and quality of participation be our guide. Quote, I'm more optimistic than I've been in previous weeks. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting because they kind of do need him, but, you know. There is just a quick update here. Rico Dowdle was DNP today, but Dave Canales says it was a rest day, so he is confident that he will go against the Bucs on Saturday.
Great, love to hear that.
There you go.
And just like that, the Panthers are winning.
Yes, sir.
We'll see. We will see.
We are so back.
All right, now let's go into some other Swift stories to know, aka just actually we have very few of them this week.
What we got?
So we got communication between Lions and Seattle Seahawks security last year indicates that DK Metcalf asked for that fan, who, by the way, actually held a press conference, to be removed over a very derogatory comment. Individuals around him stated and corroborated that the fan was being out of line and he had said some derogatory statements. There's
no way DK would have reacted that way if he was called his full government name. Because I think somebody said he would actually prefer to be called that, but he likes to be called DK because his first name is hard to pronounce. So there's no way he would have reacted that way. Especially this fan's been following him, bro. Nah, I don't buy it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna listen to the black man.
I feel like he got called the N-word.
It has to. No. So now, Larlar, this falls on the Lions now. And if the Lions didn't do anything about it, then the NFL's going to investigate the Lions for not doing something about it. And then the Lions could get like a huge, I wouldn't say huge, but they're going to get some type of punishment for it. So who knows?
Look, man, we'll see how this goes. All I know is that this man wants some money, I think. But
yep.
I was just also going to say, I agree with this comment. I'm sick of these stories where reporters won't report on what words were said. Who or what are you protecting by withholding that info?
Yeah. And that person said the brand, which, yes, I agree.
Fair. Okay. So some college stuff. Marcus Freeman, who has had interest in potentially being a head coach in the NFL for the upcoming season, is instead going back. He's not going to the NFL next season, so
Notre Dame fans are happy.
Yeah, no, they are very, very happy. So yeah, good luck to him. And we actually have some more college stuff. Chip Kelly is going to be the new OC for Northwestern. So he got fired very early early on, and yeah, there you go.
Feel bad for them. Feel bad for them.
Or Northwestern.
Or Northwestern.
We have our class of 2026 Pro Football Hall of Fame finalists. Look at this list right here. We got Willie Anderson, Drew Brees, Jari Evans, Larry Fitzgerald, Frank Gore, Torrey Holt, Luke Kuechly, Eli Manning, Terrell Suggs, Adam Vinatieri, Reggie Wayne, Kevin Williams, Jason Witten, Darren Woodson, and Marshall Yonda. Damn, man.
That's stacked list, man.
What a
Very stacked.
list. Holy.
That is a stacked list.
Very stacked.
What a
Ooh.
list. Another one here.
You're talking about first ballot. That's hard. That's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald are definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Reggie Wayne as well, and Jari Evans.
You can make a case for Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri, Terrell Suggs, Reggie Wayne.
I'm not going to say Jason Witten.
Torrey Holt, man. Yeah.
Hell, even Darren Woodson.
Yeah. Marshall Yonda, bro, like he's underrated as heck.
Unfortunately, they will only select what, 4 or 5, right? It's like 4 and 5.
Normally it's 5, but last year they did 4.
Yeah,
so
they did 4 last year.
5.
Okay.
They'll probably do 5 this year.
Yeah, they'll probably do 5. This is a loaded list.
All right, as we mentioned earlier, Riley Leonard on Sunday, or Riley Leonard is going to start on Sunday. So, yeah, might as well at this point.
He's cooked.
Kind of got nothing else to work for here.
They gonna kill him.
Some serious news. Stephon Diggs is facing strangulation and assault charges.
Came out today.
Not great at all.
Jesus Christ.
Now, there was something in on here that is a little sus about this case. Obviously, I'm not going to go ahead and speak any further other than this article, but apparently, according to this article from Boston 25, it was disclosed to the court that Diggs have made a financial offer to resolve the dispute with the alleged victim in this case. That doesn't sound great. So that's all I'm going to. That's all I'm going to say about that. As per the article. Hopefully this gets figured out somehow, some way. The NFL has said that they are aware of the matter and have been in contact with the club, but they will have no further comment. So let's see what happens there. Speaking of which, his brother, Trevon Diggs, has been released by the Cowboys. He will go through the waiver process, and if unclaimed, he will be a free agent. However, the thing is, though, is that any team claiming Diggs would be responsible for his $472,222 guaranteed game check this season. So, yeah, you're going to have to do that if you're going to if you are going to pick him up for at least a playoff run here, which it wouldn't be that bad of an idea, but who knows at this point.
No, it's not. I mean, less than $500,000, I would do it.
Now let's move. Go on.
I think a corner needy team is going to want to pick that up, especially maybe the Rams or 49ers.
Yeah, teams that are literally depleted at corner. Yeah, absolutely.
Moving on now really quickly to the Fantasy Football Championship. These are the Fantasy Football results after the championship final, and RBM is a 2-time Fantasy Football champion in the Larlar Fantasy Football League. He won over me 203 points to 157. So he gets two-time championship. So congrats, RBM, for that.
Yo, let's go. I lost.
GG's, Larlar. GG's.
GG's.
If only the Saints could have your luck.
I will be pinging later in regards to when you guys will get paid, but all I'm going to say is just expect it over the course of the next month. So, yeah.
Mickey Loomis hired me, bro. I promise I can turn this Saints team around. I promise.
Now, RBM was not really happy with my power rankings last week. So let's see what happens this week.
Yeah, I got my eye on you, bub.
All right. Fantasy football power rankings after week 17. Number 10. we got the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right, no pushback from there. Number 9, we got the Eagles, who they lost to.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Okay. Number 8 are the Houston Texans.
Yeah, I think they could beat the Eagles.
I would have bumped them up one, but that's just me.
Well, the
I'm a, Se-
the one ahead of them though are the Chicago Bears.
I guess.
Yes. Yep.
okay. Okay, I'll give you that then.
Yep.
All right, number 6, where is it? Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. All right. Number 5
I
are
agree with
the LA Rams.
Okay. Yeah.
Because remember, the LA
Fine.
Rams last week were number 2.
Yeah. That's fine.
They
That's
were
fine.
2.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Number 4 are the 49ers.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know about that.
Well, actually, hold on. So, see,
I would have put the Broncos at 4.
Oh, the Broncos, speaking of them, are number 3.
I would have switched 3
fine.
and 4.
You can make a case. You can make a case to switch them, but I'm
Okay.
not.
It's not a good case.
Okay. Number 2 are the Patriots, and number 1 are the Seahawks.
Whoa.
Yep, I agree.
That's
Good.
fine, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah,
No, just because you said good like that, I don't agree.
Wow. All right. So yeah, those are the power rankings for this week. Wow, not much pushback. Thank God. Here we go.
you
Let's
can make
go.
a case about the Patriots being number 1, but
He doesn't want to put him because he's a hater.
No, it's all right, man. Wait.
but not bad list this week. Not a bad list.
Okay, good.
So here's why I keep the Patriots at 2. They beat a Jets team that already quit the season.
Correct. Anyways.
Versus a Seahawks team that beat a Panthers team still looking to, win tank division. So
I mean, yeah, both not impressive teams.
So now let's take a look at the 2026 NFL draft order really quick. Tankathon says that the Raiders have the 1 pick at the moment. Giants, Jets, Titans, Cardinals, Browns, Commanders, Saints, Chiefs, and Bengals ran out the top 10. Now,
I
couple
think
other
the Browns should win.
And now, there is one other thing here. Where is it? Here it is. I'm pretty sure it's this tweet right here. So, here's the thing, all right? So the Raiders right now have the best odds to get the first overall pick. Best odds. The Giants, though, can also still get the first round pick. Get the first pick. However, a lot of things need to happen. Okay. Vegas would need to win against Kansas City, and the Giants have to lose against Dallas. And at least 2 of these 4 teams have to win, including the Seahawks, Falcons, Browns, and Bears. That's it. Because it's basically just going to come down to the Giants or the Raiders here for the number 1 overall pick. So, there you go. Now, it's our favorite time of the episode, where we are going to go ahead and predict the final week of the regular season. Because this upcoming week is going to be the final time we do the power rankings. Like after next week, I'm done with those. And then all we got are these Pickems right here, and then we got to figure out our bracket for the playoffs. So let's go ahead and save all the divisional ones for last, all right? With that being said, who wins? Saints, Falcons. Who wins that?
Falcons, baby.
I was gonna say Saints because I really don't know who's winning this.
I'm gonna be funny and pick the Saints.
You know what? Chuck it, brother. We're winning 5 straight, and we're gonna delude ourselves into thinking he's our QB of the future. Let's go, Saints, baby.
Let's go, Falcons. I think the Falcons win it.
Ooh.
Jesus. Yep, I agree.
Ooh.
All right, Browns, Bengals.
Joe Burrow's playing, so I got Bengals.
Yeah, same.
Bengals.
Packers, Vikings. We don't know what is going on with Jordan Love right now.
I think Packers should still get it. Yeah, Packers.
I'm going
Vikings.
Packers.
I'm gonna say Vikings.
I think Packers.
You know what? I'll go Vikings too. Why not?
You know what? I think they'll start playing soon, so I'm gonna go Vikings.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Vikings. I get Vikings too, actually.
Yeah, remember they are locked 7th seed now. So
yeah, I'll just play Clayton Tune. So yeah, Vikings.
All right, Cowboys, Giants, Cowboys.
Yeah.
Titans, Jaguars. Jaguars. They will win the
Jaguars.
South.
They got division on the line. Yeah, Jaguars.
Jaguars. Here we go.
Colts, Texans.
Unfortunately, Texans.
Jets, Bills.
Let's go, Jammy Bills.
We're not winning that shit. Lions, Bears.
Give me Lions here.
Bears.
I'm going Bears.
The Lions crushed them early in the season.
Yeah, but that was early in the season.
The Bears are a whole different team.
Yeah, I still got Lions. That's my upset of the week.
I think the Bears are going to get back. So
wait, why are we saying Bills if they have nothing to play for?
Actually, you know what? Because the Jets already quit the season.
Just still give. Well, Mitch Trubisky's still a good quarterback.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, they have nothing to play for. Of course, they're not going to start Josh Allen. Like, wouldn't?
Yeah, but I still think they'll
yeah,
win.
but the Jets' backups are not going to beat the Bills still.
Okay.
Yeah, the Jets are playing like dollar store cashiers at this point.
All right, Chargers, Broncos. They're just sitting Justin Herbert, so go Broncos.
No Justin Herbert. Yeah, Broncos. And they're wearing their throwback uniforms.
All right, Chiefs, Raiders. Let's go Raiders. Woo!
Yup, Chiefs.
Give me Raiders here. Yeah, give me Raiders.
Honestly, I'm going Raiders too.
Yeah, give me Raiders.
It'd be so funny. Okay. Cardinals, Rams. Don't lose this one, Rams.
Rams got something to play for, so yeah.
Rams. Patriots.
You know Hold on. Give me the upset. I'm going Cardinals.
Oh, hell no.
The Cardinals have lost 8 straight games.
No, bro. Nope.
I'm going to be funny.
Give me the Rams.
Dolphins, Patriots.
Yeah. If they win, they clinch the
No, they already did.
They already did.
They would most likely clinch number 2 if Broncos win.
Yeah, so give me Patriots. They still got something to play for.
All right, Commanders, Eagles. Sorry, Max.
Left hand up, Max.
Yeah, Eagles. Yeah.
Eagles, bro.
All right, now let's go back up here and let's actually pick the ones that matter. Panthers, Bucs, guys.
That's hard, bro. That's a hard one. My Baker's not playing well, bro.
Let's go Panthers.
I think we need to capitalize. So Panthers, yeah. I'm not being biased. I'm being for real. I think Panthers got it.
You know what? Panthers.
Go ahead, Beck.
It'd be cool to see Panthers in the playoffs.
Panthers.
I said this earlier in the podcast. I don't think the Bucs, the way they are playing right now, I don't think they have a shot against the Panthers. I'm going Carolina.
Yeah, I am glad it's not a night game, so Panthers fans are happy about that.
Seahawks, Niners.
Yeah.
This is for the Niners. 1 seed.
Niners at home.
NFC West.
And the last team to wear their rivalry uniforms.
Yeah, I think the Niners take it, bro. Yeah.
49ers. Well, yeah.
It's going to be a shootout.
Defense.
I don't know, bro.
I'm going Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going to say Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle does have a better defense. But Brock Purdy's been playing out of his mind. Still give me Niners. Still give me Niners.
No, I'll go Niners still too. All right. And now, game 272. Classic AFC North matchup. Ravens Steelers in Pittsburgh. Winner goes to the playoffs as the 4 seed. Loser goes home.
No DK Metcalf. No Darnell Washington.
Go Ravens.
Give me Ravens. Yeah.
Steelers.
I think
Ravens,
no matter if it's Lamar or Tyler Huntley, give me Ravens. Give me Ravens.
Yeah.
I don't like the
Go Ravens.
Derrick Henry, y'all, played out of his mind last week.
Thing is, you can make a case for either team making it.
Yeah, give me Ravens.
But I'm going Baltimore by a field goal.
Yeah. Ravens, points for this game. I think it's going to be low scoring, 35.
Ooh, actually, wait a minute.
I'm not sure why it says
Ravens
Saints
don't.
Falcons.
Ravens don't have very good passing defense, and Aaron Rodgers can just pick that apart.
Neither does the Steelers.
You know what? Y'all might hate me for this. I'm actually gonna go Steelers.
I don't know, bro.
Hey, man,
I
that's
mean,
you,
there's
bro.
a case for both sides.
Honestly, I feel like after what they've seen, what Derrick Henry did to the freaking Packers, I feel like, oh, they have a plan to stop Derrick Henry.
Right.
If they stop
well,
Derrick Henry,
well-
Tyler Huntley can't do nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
that's all gonna depend if TJ
That's
Watt comes
fair.
back or not.
TJ's going to want to come back.
I think if TJ comes back, I think Pittsburgh got it. If not, I'm going Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm going Baltimore here.
This one is such a toss-up.
That's probably the
It
most
really
toss-up
is.
of all division lineups. Yeah, give me Ravens.
Yeah, I'll go Ravens. I'll go Ravens.
That's hard, bro. That's hard.
Reluctantly, I'll go Ravens.
And
Even though
go on.
Even though I genuinely think the Steelers can also take it.
And well, guys, with that being said, damn, bro, can you believe like at this point next week the regular season's done? Now we're just waiting for the playoffs. God damn, bro. Sheesh.
We are here. Every team next week is playing for something. No more bye
That's
weeks.
crazy, bro. That is so crazy. But yeah. Well, chat, everybody who's watching, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of Talkin Football with Larlar. Next week, there is a very decent chance that we're not even going to be covering any of the Who Cares games, to be honest with you. There are a couple of topics that I would like to go ahead and talk about, such as the playoff field, Super Bowl picks, potentially. Looking at the draft for next year as well. And also, when you kind of think about it, especially at around this time, next week, there will probably be a lot of firings as well. So we shall see who gets fired. And we will see you guys next time for episode 17 of Talkin Football with Larlar as we head into the playoffs. So we will see you guys next week.
Playoffs.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Keep pounding.